Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Live Free or Camp Trying. This is episode number 7 of 52 camping trips planned for this year. And this time, it's somewhere very, very special. And I'm very happy that Liz was able to join on this very special trip because we are in Alabama at our off-grid property for the first time in 8 or 9 months, I believe. Now on, we're going to start coming here once every 6 weeks. And we're just going to make this into our little getaway. 1.5 acres here, all completely unrestricted land, no zoning laws or regulations or none of that. And it's just a beautiful place. Liz is still asleep in the tent, so I'm just going to give you all the property tour of how it used to be when we lived off-grid here for 8 months. And I got some new filming equipment, so I'm like a normal, generic YouTuber now. Now I can get all those type of angles. Our camper used to sit right here. And this is our front porch we had built up around it. That's the roof over there. Some more pieces that had went around onto the sides. The floor part that you'd step on. Over there, which somehow is still here, is the generator that we used to power our electricity when our little solar panel wasn't working. And we still got our whole stack of wood, all hand split. Sawed the trees down and chopped them all up with an axe. I hate that I had to leave it so trashy, but when we left we kind of had to leave in a hurry, unfortunately. It wasn't expected that we were going to have to stop living off the grid. My little Metro back there, a little 96 Geo Metro, when the clutch blew out, I didn't really have the knowledge or the know-how to fix it. But we'll be back. My old sketchy driveway. Our goal for this trip is simple. We're just going to locate a spot farther towards the back of the property that we're going to set up the new camp. This original camp is pretty close to the road and a little exposed. So we want to go farther back to the creek, hopefully, and find a new camping spot that will clear out. All those water tanks in there we'd fill up when I was at work and bring it back here. That was our water supply. Never really had enough time to build a rainwater collection system, and definitely didn't have 10 grand to put a well in. And there's some old sawhorses I had built. This is my old chopping block that I split all of that wood on. And I'm glad I got all that wood split up so we can have a good fire tonight. It was about a 6-hour drive and we stayed here last night. I didn't bother filming any of that because my last 2 videos have been pretty much in the dark. So I figured I'd just spare y'all of more content that's in the dark that you can barely see what's happening anyway. Wow. I miss this old shitbox so much. She's a 96 Geo Metro, 3-cylinder, 5-speed. She gets like 50 miles to the gallon. I can't wait to fix her up. I'm going to make her back into a camper. I used to have her converted into a camper at one time on the inside. She's quite the sight to behold. Obnoxiously loud. Scary. But I love this car. I'll never get rid of this car. I used to have Velcro lining the roof so I could take all of my stuff and just stick it up and out the way so I didn't have to look at it. Yep, nothing. Yes, that is a one-way street sign for a bumper. That's how I got it. I ain't gonna change it. Check out that Fast and Furious beast, huh? 1.0, 3-cylinder. Can't beat it. Yeah, there's a lot of memories on this property. And one day, we'll be back living off-grid full-time here. And until then, I'm just gonna live Freer Camp Trying. We own all of this. I mean, it's a huge blessing. When we first got this property, we found the listing. We were actually going to look at a property down the road a little ways, but we found this one because the other one wound up getting sold. We got it 1.5 acres for $11,000 after dealer fees and taxes and all that for all this unrestricted land with a creek on it. You can barely see the metro from back here. Somewhere back here is where I'd love to put the camp. There's something big walking out that way. The property that way is owned by an older gentleman who is very much an off-grid enthusiast as well. He lived on that property for 2 years in a tent before he built a shed and converted it into a little house. Property to the other side of me is owned by someone, but they're not building and they're not selling. All this behind me on the other side of this creek is all a big hunting camp. So none of that's getting sold. So we're pretty good as far as no one encroaching on us, because our property's on the smaller side, but hey, it works. Camera won't focus again. Well, it's blurry, but for whatever reason. You see them are some big spikes on these thorns out here. I watched that tree fall down. Not recently. That was back when I lived here. I think even before Liz moved here. I was here for like a couple months before she moved down here. Actually, it seems like every time there's a windstorm, we lose at least one tree. I swear, we probably lost one tree like every 2 weeks or so. That absolutely massive white pine came down one night while we were sleeping during a windstorm, and it goes pretty far up. Like, it goes way, way, way back there and all the way up here. It was big, like that massive one that I showed y'all earlier. But it was so big that when it came down, it hit another downed tree. But I guess the tail end of the downed tree was below where the camper was parked, so it fell. It hit the other tree, and the other tree came up and smacked the bottom of the camper. Used to sit right here at this porch midday every day when it started getting burning hot outside. It was a challenge. We didn't have no air conditioner, and it was like 100 degrees all the time. And I was working at nighttime, so I couldn't even escape the heat during the day by going to work. Liz would have to come with me. I used to drive trucks at the time. I used to haul sod. Actually, there's a little bit of memory still left over from that. This patch of grass See how it's kind of square? Patch of sod. This used to be our front doormat. We used to have all kinds of plants. A beautiful elephant ear they used to grow right here. Maybe the deer ate it or something. We used to have all kinds of stuff that we planted, and none of it seems to have survived. Alright, camp set up. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. I got my pop-up camo hunting blind that I got for my stealth camps. Picked up some new filming equipment, as y'all can tell. Propane stove to cook on, so we're not entirely relying on fire every time. And this is the same old table that we used to wash our clothes on and stuff when we lived off-grid right here. Used to be right there, right behind the camper. There's the first one. This yard is riddled with ticks. Always has been. And I dropped him. He got away this time. She's awake. It's starting to rain ever so slightly. Started to slow down a little bit. Just pulled the registration out of the car, and a mouse had made a nest in the glove box and ate my registration. Okay. Well prepared. I always throw them because I hate spiders. I do not like spiders, and spiders get massive down here. Because kind of like Florida, everything wants to kill you. You're beautiful. We are on our own property with no time limit, no obligations. So we're gonna take a nap because we can, and we're on vacation in our own yard. We are at the Hardridge Creek day use area. That is like right across the street from where we are staying. It is awesome. We have the year pass so we can take our kayaks or the canoe. Just hang out underneath this tree beside all this water, you know? Went and got some food, made it back to the camp. One day my filming skills will get better. You get the point. I've seen 2 mosquitoes so far. That's 2 more than last night. I'm surprised it still works. I put that up because it's where the outhouse area used to be. It's so nice to look down there and just think of, like, you know, how we own this. This is like our spot. You know, really fortunate. There's some animal walking around the yard. It's pretty big. We could barely see it because our flashlights suck. It's either a large raccoon or a dog. And it kind of disappeared on the other side of the tent, and we have no clue where it went. Weird. Yeah, my battery's too low for a flashlight because I've been too dumb to grab my charger. We stepped closer to take a look, and it's just vanished. It's just gone. It's probably that dog we saw earlier, but you know, things like that don't tend to just disappear. Got my 22.
He is my father. The lies I told you were not lies.
We don't have a bathroom on our property anymore, so we're just gonna run across the street to the day use area and use theirs. Hopefully that doesn't mean the alligators are in the bathroom, because that would suck. The most uncomfortable bench I've ever sat on. Alright, now it's time for breakfast, and we'll do all the things that we didn't do yesterday because we were just relaxing. I tied all these vines into a knot last time we were here, and this is how they grew. So we have kind of a wraparound driveway of sorts that I want to keep. Up there's my sketchy bridge. It's just a couple of railroad ties I picked up when I was truck driving. Have them at an angle because just go right in and across them, down in there. Come around the corner, in between the front porch and that tree, which is quite a challenge. Now back up this way. Now that way. I just kind of want to leave this here for old memories, but then that means I would have to cut out this tree, which I also don't want to do. So, and I want to let all this area grow back, you know, just natural. And let all this fill back in for privacy and do the camp farther back. We kind of put it back to its former glory. Spent a lot of time on this old pallet porch. The roof used to go over it. That's what the roof was. Over top of the camper. It was right here. These are those sandals I got from that one dude at Potts Preserve. They've just been floating around my truck. I ain't worn them till now, but it's getting pretty hot. So I figured I'd give them a shot. One of our old neighbors stopped by for a visit, come say hi and whatnot. It's good to know that people are looking out for our piece of land here when we're not around. Now that we're packed to the brim, we're gonna go try to hit up one of our old favorite restaurants in the area, and hopefully they're open. We've been waiting so long for this moment. We haven't been here in like, what, 8 months probably? The silo. Alright, we got our bag of food. Now we're gonna take y'all to somewhere else that's cool and special, and we're gonna have a little picnic there.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto...
This is where we're gonna have our lunch across from this amazing view. And I'll give y'all a tour of this place after we're done eating. So good. So good. You excited?
Mm-hmm. Very excited.
We just finished our lunch / breakfast. Delicious. I busted out the generic YouTuber selfie stick, and we're gonna give you a tour of Frontier Village. I gotta try to keep this quick because we have a 6-hour drive, so if you want to read any of these, just pause the screen as I show them. I love it. It's like two cabins put together. It's like this central outdoor wall. It's beautiful. Great views too. All right, next cabin. Liz, it's you. You were here.
This is my house from my plantation.
MTV Cribs. You want to give us a tour?
Welcome to my crib, MTV. Little known fact, I own a plantation, but I wasn't a bad person. Fireplace. I built that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It's from when I discovered electricity right there.
Oh, you discovered electricity?
Little known fact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of little known facts about me. The patriarchy tried to put me down.
Okay, then. Well, decorated for Christmas, I see.
Yeah, you know, it's not too different from the tree we have at home.
Looks like they're about to do some maintenance to this one. Little side room over here I can't really walk to.
Doing some renovation.
Thank goodness for the selfie stick. Alright, we got some more little buildings. Let's go check them out now. It's really cool if there's a place that all of this can be preserved at. It's really cool.
Cornfield. Hey.
Hey there. This is perfect. Like my dream house right here. Visitor? Hello?
Could be. Sounds a little spooky.
There's caution tape so I can't go in. Selfie stick can. I did not mean to let that slam. It's pretty windy out here. Alright, now we're gonna head up to the upper level and go look at the little fort they have up there.
Degrees. Hanging out here. Just raw dotted line.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. There's a spot out there you can go underneath this bridge. We'll take you out there next time. There she is. Got everything all decorated for Christmas still. It's like February. Alright, let's go in. It's kind of small on this lower level. But this insulation is great. Like, it does not feel hot in here at all, even with that door left open all the time. So let's go up these sketchy steps. Oh, I could live in here so easy. These views. Really nice views from up in here. Alright, I'm gonna try to spy on Liz. She's right below me. Oh no. Found her. Rapunzel! Rapunzel!
You're supposed to let down your hair.
Well, I don't have. You have the longer hair. Throw yours up to me.
Derry.
That was a fun little stop and good lunch and all that. Unfortunately, we got a 6-hour drive. It's like 1 o'clock, and we need to get home with a somewhat decent amount of time to chill and relax after this vacation and that long drive to come. Thank you all for joining us once again for camp number 7 of 52 here in Alabama, or should I say at the moment, Georgia. So remember, live free or camp trying. We'll see y'all next time. Oh yeah, one more quick little fun fact. When we're at our property in Alabama, we are in Chicago time, but the second that we cross this river onto this side, we're on Eastern time.